ආයුබෝවන් හැමෝටම අද ඉංග්‍රීසි ලිටරචර් වලින් තමයි අද සෙමින එක තියෙන්නේ. ඔයගොල්ලෝ හැමෝම දන්නවා. ඉතින් අද අපිත් එක්ක සම්බන්ධ වෙලා ඉන්න උසස් පෙළ ඉංග්‍රීසි සාහිත්‍ය උගන්වන ආචාර්ය මණ්ඩලයවත් ඒ වගේම උසස් පෙළ ඉංග්‍රීසි සාහිත්‍ය හදාරන සියලුම සහෝදර සහෝදරයන්වත් ඉතාමත් ආදරෙන් අපි පිළිගන්නවා. Now we are going to start the English Literature Seminar today. I warmly invite Madam Manil Kumari Sarisa.
Okay, very good morning, dear teachers and dear students. Today we are going to do on seminar about a short story. It is called as what? What would be it? It is Evelyn. Now we are going to start our lesson. Thank you for my introduction that Actually, I would like to pay my gratitude to Nana Power Foundation also. And now we are going to do our lecture. Actually, this would not be a lecture really. This should be a discussion. I think all of you are ready for that discussion. I think you will be able to see the screen share now. Can someone give me a
Yes, madam, can see.
okay, thank you. Today we are going to talk about Evelyn. What would be the main character here? How shall we say for what is the word for main character in a short story?
Protagonist.
Yes, correct. Protagonist. No? Okay. Who is the author of? Who is the author of who is the author of our short story? Who wrote this? I want to some answers from you. This is not a really lesson that you are in the classroom. Normally, we are in a classroom. We are teachers speaking. Sometimes only the students are speaking. However, as this is a lecture theory and this is going on as a seminar, actually I want to your feedback. Okay, one or two, it's better to give me an answer with your mic. I can see some chats. James Joyce, yes. Who is this James Joyce? When was he lived? It's better to ask, give me an answer, please. Hello. Okay, I can see some chats. Someone is asking, this is not a poem. Now we are talking about Evelyn. Okay, now I think it's better. We should not take more time. Let's go to Evelyn. Evelyn is a short story. It is it is a short story which was written by James Joyce. He was in early 19s. Now we are talking about it. Before that, let's see what is our content. Introduction, background of the short story, characters, who is the protagonist, symbols, what is Evelyn's dilemma, what is the moral lesson of the story evening. Then we can have a discussion. Okay. Introduction to short story evening. The author is James Joyce. He has written many more literary works. He was lived between 1882 to 1941. He has written Ulysses. It was his favorite, and it was very popular fiction in our literature. Now let's. It was first published in 1904 by Homestead. Then later it was featured in James Joyce collection of short stories called Dubliners. I think you may have proper knowledge on Dubliners. I want to ask a question from all of you. Please tell me. I want to check your knowledge really. What is where is Dubliners? Okay, I can see some chat answers. Okay, I think if any of you can answer with unmuting your mic also, then it will be very successful and live program. I can see more chats. Ireland, yes. In Ireland, yes, correct. All of your answers are correct. Then Dubliners was in Ireland. Okay. Let's go to background of the short story. What kind of background here? It was taken in Ireland. Actually, it was in 19th century. Then social and economical background we have to discuss. What kind of social and economical background was here at that time? I will ask Achintya Sevmini. Can you answer that question? Achintya, you can unmute your mic and answer the question. Is there Achintya? Hello? Then Apurva Herat. I think you cannot. Unstable economic. Okay. Yes, this is a very unstable economic situation, and social background is also very unstable. Means actually that this Evelyn is from very poor family. Then she wants to find a new life. That's why because she's 19 years of, she felt love with the sailor. Then she wants to find a new life. See this picture also. she's looking at Venus life, and she is disappointed because she has to at home because she's a motherless child. Then she has to suffer. Another important fact, because she promised her mother to protect her family as her mother did. Then she happened to protect the whole family with her abusive father, because there are some siblings younger than her. However, she has to happen to share that life. Been okay, let's see. Can you give me the answer? Who is he? Who is this Evelyn's lover? What's her name? What's his name?
Frank.
Yes, correct. Frank is her lover. Frank wants to take a new life, but she happens to stay here. Let's see what will be happen here. Okay. Can someone share if you were at that time? Please think, imagine that you are Evelyn. What would be your situation as an elder sister in your family? That means eldest child in your family. What would be your responsible? Please talk with me, because literature is not a Bana chanting or something. Then we have to share our experience and ideas. Then we can make a new idea. That's why. Okay. Please mic on and speak with me. It's better. Okay. Amaya Fernando, can you share with me what is your idea? Is there Amaya?
Yes,
Hello?
ma'am. So, yes,
Yes.
ma'am.
Sorry.
Can you repeat the question again, ma'am?
Okay. My question is, if you were the eldest child in this family, that means imagine that you are Evelyn. Then
Okay.
what would be your responsible for this kind of situation?
I mean, if I were the eldest child of that family, I would have to be the breadwinner of the family. And I think I had to take care of my younger siblings and my sick father. I think that's the biggest responsibility I have. I had to take care of household activities and other health and welfare and everything. And by that time I won't have any time for myself too.
Hmm. Yes. Then you agree with Evelyn?
Yes, I think it's a given.
It's a given. Okay. Thank you. Sorry. Here when we turn to Evelyn again. Evelyn is very uh, she's in young age. Now she is 19 years of age, like you. Then she has a uh, romantic relationship with that seller. Then actually this is like your character also, no? Then can someone answer me, if you were this Evelyn, do you give up this relationship, or do you drag in this relationship with your family also? What is your decision? This is open question. Anyone can answer me. Hello. Please talk with me. Then we have to share.
I think the best solution would be giving up the relationship.
Your answer is that. Then who another one? What is your answer? However, I will raise another question also. Then you are a young girl, no? Then you would have a future. Then what would be happen for that? Okay, can Ayanga Himandi can answer me? Is she here? Ayanga Himandi. Okay, she is there, but her mic is unmute. Okay. In my point of view, if I were there, I also have the same idea, but I have to explain that seller I want to stay here with my family, and let's continue. Then both are okay. However, it is my point of view. Let's go forward. What are the characters here? Here we can see Evelyn, Frank, and father in this. Who is the protagonist? Miss Evelyn Hill seeks out a better life. Why she seeks out a better life? Kind of life, no? Why she finds a and it will be very joyful session, and we experiences. Why she seeks out a better life? Is that
Because she is bored of her current life. She finds it a hassle.
Because she
I think
feels
your mic. She
because she feels trapped in her routine life.
Yes, because she's staying at home, she's doing all the household things as a mother, because she happens to act as mother in the family. That's why. Then because she wants to have a change her life. That's why she seeks out a better life for her life. Okay. She's felt love with the seller. Who is this seller? What's his name?
Frank.
Frank. Frank is the seller. Actually, what kind of relationship they have? Is it open one or closed one?
Open one?
Open one. Why do you say so that is an open one?
No, I think it's closed.
Yeah. Then when we answer the question in literature, we have to prove. Because all of you know about that. Why then why do you think there are two arguments? This is open one and close relationship. Why do you say this is open relationship, and why do you say this is close relationship?
I think it's a close relationship because the both of the partners actually don't talk about their own issues. They are just trying to run away from that.
Yes, run away from that. I want to ask this is also then whether this Eileen's father knows about this relationship or others knows about this relationship.
No one knows, right?
Okay. Then
Father knows, right?
father knows.
Father finds out, I think.
Then when you give me the answer, you have to prove with some quotations. Not really this time. Normally when we write an answer, you have to do it. Okay. Okay. Now there are 2 points. Actually, this is a very close relationship. Here, close means actually they share their. They have
Yes,
only one idea to
I
plan
can
out.
give my quotation.
Okay.
One, this. I know this sailor chaps, he said one day he had quarreled with Frank and after that she had to meet her lover secretly.
That's why I asked. That is the improvement. Actually, they could not meet very openly because lot of barriers for them. Because actually, it is also a romantic idea in that side because this girl has to look after the family. Then however, she is in younger age, but she happened to act as a mother. However, she thinks she would have a future. However, she is afraid of the society. She is afraid of the father and the family issues. Then she happened to meet this sailor, this lover, very secretly at night. At night means it is a symbol because they have a lot of barriers. Here, night means it is dark. Dark means no one, more people cannot see them. Can you remember that poem Meeting at Night? That kind of idea. If there are not any barriers to their affair, then they could have to meet in the daytime also. But here they cannot. Then she is obliged her family. That is the same thing. She happens to obliged because she has to look after her father and siblings. Face lot of difficulties in her family also. And this is the background of this protagonist. Where is it? It is in Ireland society. Ireland society in 1990s. At the beginning of 19th century. Then this at present situation also would be same because this girl is from poor family. Then not in that country. Even let's see about our Eastern country, because we also have the same ideas. If because you may have seen there are some adult child in the family, she happens to act as a father or mother's role when the mother or father is not taken place in their families. Okay, what are the symbols here? Dust. What kind of symbols here? Dust means what? Can answer this question, Malisha? Malisha is there. Or any other one? What is the symbol here?
Dust.
Gloomy environment.
Social conditions.
Dust suggests the monotony of life.
Yes. Monotonous of the life. That means monotony. Work, all the household things, look after the family, there's no any changes. That's what. Then it is also a symbol. It's better if you can find these symbols when you prove your answers. Then what about the water here?
Is it freedom?
Sorry?
Is it freedom?
Water, freedom. Then how do you say the freedom here? Water.
Because they try to escape using water like sea. So
Hmm.
the sea is their tool of escape. So water becomes kind of freedom. But at the end of the short story, they are like Evelyn is afraid of drowning in it. So it becomes kind of a phobia at the
Water
end.
symbol is fear.
Yeah, both are your vision. Actually, water is a symbol to run away also. However, it looks like due to my point of view, it is deeper also, because she wants to find a life that means very new life. Water here, water has a lot of ideologies. That means water is the medium here. That means medium of rank away, as you told me. And water is the symbol of the deep of the life also.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Sorry. Yes.
Ma'am, there's also a fact that the water, like there's a character also called Water who has gone back to England, and there is a reputation of water. It's like a motif. We see it over and
Yes.
over to show that we see that Evelyn is always seeing the borders of Dublin and she doesn't see something beyond that. So the unknown is like, it's like the bridge between the unknown and the known. Like the water is
Yes.
also the bridge between the unknown and the known. So it was the mode of escape, where later it turns up to be her fear, because it shows the fear of
Yes. That
her
is
leaving
also
the known system.
yes, fear also there, and deep of the life also. That means deep of the life means also there should be a fear. That means she cannot think what would be happening in future? She has afraid of her life also. Yes. Then that is also correct. When you give the answer, actually your answer is very good because you have proved that actually. Unless we cannot see, we cannot say this one is there like that. Then what about brown and red as symbols? They are colors here.
Red.
What they
Red.
depict?
Red indicate new, a change from
Change.
the little brown houses, which brown indicates death, decay, devoid of life.
Yes, brown and red means change of their lives. Actually, why the others? What are the others' point of views? Brown and red. Because all of your literature students, please speak. Others also. Unless please give me some answers in chat. Actually, what you say is correct. They want to change their lives, and brown and red here. Brown here, my point of view, brown and red. Brown is darker. Red is going to be lighter as well. Actually, they want to change their lives to life from dark to what? The light. That is their ambition. But they don't know what would be happen there. Actually, signify the dariness of Dublin. Here, Dublin town, Dublin city is not a very rich city because they have a lot of sufferings. That's why these Evelyns also want to leave this city. Okay, what is Evelyn's dilemma? Yes, at home, like a dutiful daughter. The facts we talked before here, and all leave Dublin with her lover, Frank, who is a sailor. Actually, she has to take a decision with the family or her lover. Actually, I want to ask the question. If she left the family, what would be happen? Imagine if she left the family, that means she happens to go with her lover Frank, then she would have a better life than now. Then what would be happen?
Ma'am, we can't be certain whether she's going to have a proper life or not. That's why she's also scared to leave. Yeah, she doesn't know what's coming up in the future.
No, I'm talking about if we can imagine, no, if you Evelyn, then you take a decision to leave the family. However, I have to be courageous. Then I have to leave. Then whole situations would be actually changed. Then sometimes this Evelyn's siblings would take some responsibilities because this Evelyn is the protagonist and she thinks that about her promise because her mother was dead, and then at the deathbed, at the last moment of her mother, she promised, okay, I have to I will take the responsibilities of you. I will protect my family. However, he is a very, what kind of character is this person? This Evelyn? What kind of person? Whether he is what is called stereotypical or radical person here.
More like self-conscious. And he's always questioning her own thoughts.
Mhm.
So in that sense, he's more like radical than being traditional.
But she stay with the family. No?
Yes, I think that's a radical decision because most of the time, typically, lots of teen girls like drawn into love instead of family. I think it's a radical decision.
Mhm. Can you support answer with some quotations? Okay. Another point of view. Only one or two people. There are three people are speaking. Others' point of views also very important.
I think Evelyn is a strong character because she has to undergo many difficulties in his life, and on the other hand, her father is brutally violent because at Saturday nights he's drunken and normally he used to beat her.
Okay. I will ask question again. If you, Evelyn, what would be happen? In my case, if I were Evelyn, due to this kind of situation, I would be change the place for a short time. What would be? Yes. However, your answer is correct. Both are very good answers you gave me. This is the dilemma, whether I would live here or whether should I stay here with the family, with the lover. What is the moral lesson of the story, Evelyn? Memory. What kind of memory here? What kind of memory here? She lives with memory of her mother because she wants to live with the memory of her mother's because she wants to act as mother in the family, and she promised her mother to protect her, protect the family because memory is the she thinks I have to respect that. Then in her mind, each and every time she thinks it is it is her right and it is her responsibility. Because of the memory, she happens to pay a price from her life. The responsibility, actually, it is also the same because responsibility means as an elder sister, she happens to act as second mother to the family. She happens to take the decisions also in that way because at the end she get the chance to change her life with Frank, but she is not. Conflict also here, whether she lives or not. Escape. What do you think about escape here? I will
Even
answer.
though she thinks of leaving, she still tries to weigh the pros and cons of leaving. So I don't think she is exactly leaving. I think she don't think of leaving because she weighs her pros and cons of leaving.
Yes, actually, she wants to escape, but she can't. These are the moral lessons. Actually, this is the situation in our society also. If there's an elder sister in the family, if the mother dies, so if she is not at home, she happens to pay a price from whole life. She happens to think about about the others' lives, not about herself. Okay. Even now also we were discussing. Now I will give you some times to do some discussions. Okay. Why does Eileen leave Ireland? Why she does leave this country? She had that kind of idea. Why does she do that way?
The relationship with her father,
Okay.
her job,
Sorry.
her job,
Yeah, she had a job also. Then some of the thing that yeah.
the
Go ahead.
task of keeping her house together,
Mhm. Okay. Then what about the others ideas?
Patriarchal Irish society.
Yes, patriarchal societies there. Yes, like our society here. Then what are the similarities between our society and this Dubliner society? There are a lot of similarities. Because this girl is from a very poor family and poverty is there, yes, social restrictions.
Reluctant to change.
Sorry?
Reluctance of changing.
Yes, because even today, even our society also has the same thing. But what are the differences between this society and our society? What kind of things? I will point only one point. This is Ireland. Actually, it is a westernized country. We are Sri Lankans. This is eastern country, and our cultures also very different because we live with Buddhist civilization. That means our foundation was the Buddhist civilization. Here they are using with Catholic society, but issues are same. The time period also different. Now this writer write this short story in 1904. Now here, what is this time? Now we live in 2022, but the issues are same. Even the society is different, even the time is different. We can see some social truth. That means because we all of us have to responsible to each others. That means if you are the eldest in your family, you have to take some responsibilities. It is here this girl, because even she is 19 years of age, she happened to work as her mother. That's the thing. Then what do you think about psychological aspect of this Evelyn? Because she is a motherless child. Now she becomes a youngest person. She's doing a job also, and she happens to face a lot of difficulties. That means at home and with the society also. Then what kind of psychological aspect here? What kind of thing? Please talk. Think if you happen this. She undergoes mental paralysis. Yes. Moral paralysis. Yes.
She is in a state of physical and moral paralysis, which is unable to make the correct decision.
Yes, completely true, because she happens to think each and every situation. Then she cannot think about herself. She should have a better life with a new, because she is a young person. Then she would have a new life. But she happened to what? She happened to pay her life to others' situations. Actually, yes. Indecisiveness, yes. Moral paralysis, then psychological calamity, yes. Then actually, I would like it's better to mic on and speak with me. Then I can understand in what point of view you are talking about this situation. Please imagine that you are this Evelyn. Then actually you now you also 17 or 18 of age. Then sometimes some students would be here 19 of age. Then imagine because you also a younger person, then you find some romantic relationships at that time, at this stage. Then actually many of the girls would take place actually not the family. Sometimes she will go with this lover, unless frank. These are also the symbols of our society. Yes. Sometimes this Evelyn would have happened to live. Inter-trauma, yes.
Evelyn represents what Joyce called the paralysis of Dubliners who could not break away from their own pitiable condition and lead a richer, better life.
Can you prove some quotations also? It's better if you can prove that. However, your points are okay.
When the final moment arrived, she seemed trapped in her own mind, unable to make the correct decision.
Okay. Yes. Because
where she was helpless, where she felt like a helpless animal.
Yes. Because yes, your quotations are okay. It was supported with your point. Then what about the others? Are there any boys here? No answers from them. I don't know. I could not check who are the participants. Actually, I would like to get an answer if there are boys, because we want to check the point of views of the male society. Is there any boy? Can you unmute the phone, mic, and please answer? Because actually we are talking about feminist. That means feminine answers, no? What kind of think about your, what is your ideology? What do you think about this? Boys? Is there any boy? No. All the girls here. Oh, no boys. I'm checking some. There are some I don't know. There are some people are not with their names. I think only girls are here. Okay, let's imagine that you are a boy here. Then what would be the response of this? Let's think about this. If you imagine that you are Frank, then what do you think about this Evelyn? Because her personality, her decisions, what do you think about? Now think you are a boy, that you are the this seller. Then what would be happen? Boys' visions are different than us. What would be happen? Imagine, because we have to answer that kind of questions also. What would be happen? Okay, please, even without any quotations, you can answer. Hello? There's only one chat answer is there. This is my first time. Only please can help me. Yes, who is this? There's no name. Yes, this now we are talking about who is this? I don't know. Yes, he will easily escape like Tom in Glass Menagerie. Okay, yes, Tom like Glass Menagerie. Yes, then yes, I also think if this actually I also think if I were this seller, I also would will escape this girl sometimes, because she thinks only about her family, but she never thinks about this person. That means if she's a lover, then she has to think about her lover also. She thinks only family, parents, and what's children's. That means children means siblings, not only her, and not only their future, because if they are lovers, they would have some future as well. That means as what shall we do our future, that kind of thing should be there, no? But she is not thinking about those things. She wants to meet very secretly at night. Then she thinks how do I continue this relationship, but she has to escape from her father, and a lot of issues are there, no? But she wants to stay there. Then she's if I were this Stella, sometimes I also will skip this person because she is thinking about the others, not about herself or her future, and she never thinks about this lover. And however, this lover thinks about this about her future. That's why she says. That's why he says, please let's go from this area, and we will have a better life than now. But she never thinks about, but she's very responsible. See, then if I were Harry, actually I also will escape this person. Yes, a girl who lacks confidence to take a decision, so he would rather left her. Yes, unless he should understand this this girl is very what is called, she is very poor to take a decision, and this person should support again with where in other way. That means change the ideas, and if he can't change her ideas exactly at once, then he should be very tricky. That means step by step he can give some solutions, because she's very she's not a matured person here, but her maturity can be seen at the end of the story also. What do you think? Can you see any maturity here? That means can you have you read Doll's House? Anyone had read Doll's House? A Doll's House by it's a drama, because that the protagonist, that means the main character, at the beginning she is a very dollish character. She what is called, she misused her father's signature to protect her husband's life, but at the end she happens to leave the family, leave the husband also. However, it was the maturity, because at the beginning she was a doll. At the end of the story, she becomes a strong character, and she leaves the family. Here we he also she takes a very powerful decision. That means what? Even if I go here, if I leave this family, who will take the responsibility? I can find another lover after, but no, because lovers are there, but I have to protect my family issues. It would be the yes. Then what do you think? What do you think about this situation? That means, if do you think that this protagonist is a strong character at the end? At the beginning, she is very innocent and she cannot take any decision. But at the end, she took a decision. No, I have to stay. I have to manage. Whole life. What do you think about this picture here? You can see in the screen now. She's waiting what? She's looking at the water. That means that when that lover is leaving here, then what what kind of thing, what do you think about this picture? Your answer would be, should not be perfectly correct or incorrect. Then what do you think about here? Don't take any quotations, please share your ideas, because some people are not familiar with this short story. I think newcomers are not, that means very recently grade 12 students are not familiar with the short story now. I saw that kind of answer also. What do you think about this picture here? She's waiting. Sorry?
She is seeking for the open world because sea is a symbol of freedom, which symbolizes the limitless opportunities.
Yes, because she thinks about the freedom also. Yes. What are the other point of views? There are two chats. She's waiting for her lover. Okay. Then actually here some commits her all desires owing to that thinking about her family. It suggests that she is an altruistic lover. Yes. Okay, I will raise another question also. Okay, I will finish my answer. Why does Evelyn leave Ireland? Because I could not answer that question. Some of the things that made Evelyn want to leave her home include her relationship with her father, her job at the stores, the consuming task of keeping the house together, and the general inability of Evelyn to lead a life under these conditions. These conditions means all the family situations and uh, her lover also. Okay, then let's go to another situation. If in when we talk about this picture, I also think she's waiting for her love, her freedom. Even this is also a barrier sometimes, because this person wants to bring her, but she wants to stay here, but he leaves. Now she thinks one of my barrier, unless one of my limitation. That means he becomes a limit to her. Then actually it was over. Now I am free person to the society. Then let's talk about what is why did Evelyn not go with Frank? Why? Some of you gave me some ideas earlier also. I think the reasons why I feel Evelyn did not leave for Buenos Aires with Frank is because she was obligated to her family. She was afraid of the unknown. Actually, being a girl, can we trust unknown person? But some girls are doing that kind of things because of that they are living with males, escaping parents. Actually, it is happening without their parents' permission also. No? Then, what do you think? Being a girl, do you agree to do you agree to stay along with the male without without any permission from your parents? Do you think What is your idea? Staying with the male without the permission of your parents? Unknown person? What would be happen? What is your response?
It's not practical.
Yes, it is not practical. Yes. And what do you think about tradition? Will our society forgive us? Normally, society is rather, it is one aspect. We cannot leave agreements of all the situations in the society sometimes. But here, being a girl, we have to be careful. That idea of is there with this girl. She was afraid of the unknown and she did not know how to receive love. And that is also there because she has a lack of love here. That means her love tank is not going on very perfectly because she is a motherless child and she is abusive from her father, and she happens to pay her love to her siblings. She gets only love from her lover, but she could not understand his love because she thinks this person is the only person I have to share my what is called innocent, or that means we cannot say exactly helpless. That means she thinks that she is very helpless. I can share my experiences with this person, but she never think about the love. No, she never thinks about uh, this person's love. She could not understand really. She thinks she's the only my savior. Savior means only the person who tell my ideas, no, not as a savior, as husband, or any other person. Okay, there are some chats. She decides not to go with the seller in the last moment. Yes. He can't be completely trusted. Okay. Then the promise to her mother, moral degradations, yes, religious and social restrictions, yes, those are the things. Yes, being a loving daughter to her mother, she happens to pay the price. Then yes, inability to leave comfort zone. Yes, okay. I think some messages are slow. They are for some earlier questions also. Okay, now I give some ideas. That means I give some time to share your ideas. If some, I think you can make an argument for your friends, then others can prove your ideas. That means what is your point of view? I think it's better if someone can answer a question from your colleagues. It is called as what? Peer learning. Shall we go to that also? If you have an idea, please share with us. Then we can share our ideas too. Okay, there we can see as the Evelyn's father's impression on sailor chaps. We can't be certain to think Frank as a faithful person. Yes, because that's why She is afraid to unknown person. Normally, when we are girls, then we are afraid, no, because if our parents are not give us any permission to associate this person, we cannot associate with. However, this girl is associating this person, but she is very brainier person to not to go with this person. If there's if the same situation happens in the society, that means even in our present society, sometimes some girls would be rank this person. They will think, this is my savior, then I have to go with this person, then I would have a new life. Sometimes it would be the end of this person's, this Evelyn's life also. Okay. Okay, I will, if someone has any idea, please, what do you think about this Evelyn's character? Then others also can share that idea also. Okay, this is open.
Ma'am, she is indecisive. Like she can't make her decisions properly.
Then what
And
is
also,
okay,
so I can back my point saying that because in the start we can see she is having an obvious attachment towards material things, like she is telling about the familiar objects. So that means she doesn't have a person to be in, like a family environment to love in, but she's trying to make up excuses to stay, which shows that she really didn't want to go from the first place. She just wanted him as an escape, not as a lover.
Yes, that's why I also told you she never understand as this person as a lover. She wants to share. That means escaping her ideas. Yes. Then please, others also can give you ideas. Please unmute your mics and answer. It's better if your voice is going here, then we can share some ideas, because when you give some chats, we can have only small things, because it is limited now. Okay. She's a victim of moral paralysis, just like the rest of the Dubliners. Yes, because she is also a part of this society. Yes. Okay. Then what about the what about the others' ideas regarding this matter, that one of your friends raise her idea? Then what about the others' ideas? Because literature is not to only one situation, because there are more visions here. Then we can share, we can discuss, and we can have a proper situation. That means we in literature we cannot say this is the correct one, this is the incorrect one. Then please share your ideas. Sharing your ideas makes you a new person. That means others' perspectives would be different from you. Okay, unless I will call one of you, then please give me your okay, Tatsara. Okay, can Tatsara or Tatsara, I don't know. Please pay your please give your idea. You can mic on 90. And please be ready. Yashodhara Rajapaksha. Okay, now we are waiting for your answers also. Two of you, Tatsara and Yashodhara Rajapaksha. Okay. She is a victim of moral paralysis. Yes, like the rest of the Dubliners, she is holding on to the past and it has tainted her view of future happiness. How? Can you explain how do you find this future happiness? Kasun, can you explain it? How do you find this future happiness? How to? If others have any idea about this point, I will read it again. She is a victim of paralysis like the rest of the Dubliners. As the Evelyn's father, there's a new idea also. As the Evelyn's father's impressions, sailor chaps, we can't be certain. No, this is the earlier one, no? Sorry. She's a victim of moral paralysis like the rest of the Dubliners. She is holding on to the past and it has tainted her view of future happiness. Like escaping from the monotonous life she has in Dublin. Okay. Yes, because she has a monotonous life now. Her life is only at home now. There's no vision more than her home and her family. Then what else? His pathetic character where she doesn't raise her voice for her freedom or take any action for it. She accepts her present life and live with worry. Yes, that is also there. Because in our society, we think this is okay. This is the way I get something. No, in Sinhala we are telling that what is called make a mage labima, like that kind of situation. Yes. Okay, another person can raise another question or another perspective. Discussion is going like that unless you are listening to me and you don't have any idea of you. Okay. What kind? Unless I am the person who teach all each and everything, then no ideas. No recognition within stagnated society of Dubliners as youth is unrest. Okay. Here, actually, these Dubliners Dubliner society. That means this depicts that Irish society at that time, because this by this society, this it was very poor, very poor society. That means not with the money or personal lives. They did not have any futuristic ideas about youth, because youth is the future of the country. Then here they did not have any futuristic. Even when we talk about the present situation of the country, our society, now many of the people think now we don't have any future in the country. That kind of situation was there at that time. That means this was at early 90s. That kind of situation. Here also we can see what the similarities of the societies and the societies and the personal lives in that societies. The fact that the mothers and fathers' names are not given may indicate how old Ireland clung onto the new, which was making an effort to rise but overpowered it, making them feel inferior, and how the newer generations still clung onto the memory. Okay.
Nightboat is a symbol of transitional point from present to the future.
Yeah.
It can transport her from present to future, and it is a symbol of freedom. For her, it is a symbol of fear.
Then you think it would. Then how do you prove this with the with Evelyn's aspect? Yes, your point is very good point. What about the others' ideas? 3 or 4 people are speaking, others are not speaking.
Ma'am, when we consider about this particular short story, we can consider about that the writer has brought out some gender issues throughout the plight or the pathetic situation of women in that society. When we consider about the character of Evelyn's mother, here in front of her husband's violent behavior, she suffered more, and from that it suggests that how the pathetic situation of women in that particular society.
Yes, very good point. And then we can see the what is called domestic violence was taken very seriously at that time, but women's happened to pay price, and they happen to bear it. Yes, very good situation actually. What your opinion? Then what do you think? Others, please talk. What do you think think others? Do you think women should be stay at home and we have to pay price because we are ladies and we are women, and we have to bear all, each and everything the people that means males do us. That means if there are some domestic violence from the males, that means father like that, then father or husband or anyone, these people, that means both mother and daughter happens to pay, no. But should we stay at home in that manner? Because this situation was taken at early 19s. Now the situation is rather different. But the cultural bound here, that means the culture happens the boundary. Then they happen to think, but we have to stay at home bearing all these things at that time, because it was a Catholic society, but it was very religious society, and they happen to stay in that way. But what about now our situation? We are Buddhist now. We live in 2022. Then what would we do? We have to leave the family, or we have to argue with them, or we have to stay at home. What do you think? Being girls? What do you think? Are you, please answer this question also. There's a chat. Ayuni Fernando to everyone. As Irish people felt very difficult to thrive within it, so many of the people choose the path of the diaspora. Evelyn's father's attitude of migration proves the negative of stagnation. He is in Melbourne now. Okay, I did not get a proper idea for my raising question, because if you were Evelyn, now you are Evelyn, are you staying at home with domestic violence of this kind of situations? Will you be stay at home? Chats are there. No. Then no means what do you think? What is your actions or reactions? Only one answer I got, no.
Madam, we will have to adapt for that condition.
Can you explain it? Oh, then that means what? Are you? What is your plan there? Your point is very good. Wow. What do you? That means you're pathetic, or you're staying home, or you're going to leave. What is your?
With that prevailing situation, if we can't escape from that situation, the only thing we have to do is to adapt for that situation.
That means we have to bear, and we have to forgive them with our minds, and we have to bear the situations. Okay, very good. What about the others?
I think escaping is good, but not with Frank. I think escaping all alone is way better, because again, when we escape with Frank, it's again depending on a man. So if we want to escape patriotism and that kind of stuff, like man dominating society, we should go all alone and stand alone by our own legs and arms. Like we should do it our own. I think that is my decision, like my point of view.
Yes, very good. Then there are two chats. Let's see. No, I would stand up for myself. Okay, very good. As Evelyn herself admitted, why should she be happy? She had a right to. Yes. Do you think this kind of patriarchal societies, furthermore, that means, are they going on? What do you think?
I think yes, even in Western countries, it's still there. I think in small senses, it's still there. In micro kind of senses.
Not only Western countries, the majority is going on in Arabic countries. That is another world, no? Even now also, even in the Western countries, some kind of these things are going on. but they are talking to the world. We have rights, women's rights, and lot of rights, children's right, and lot of rights to live. But all the things are going on their countries more than our society sometimes. Okay, let's turn to another question. What is epiphany in Evelyn? What is epiphany in Evelyn? Let's discuss.
Revelation. Revelation.
Yeah, then can you prove it with some quotations or some of the, actually it's better to have some clarifications. Others? What do you think about others? Yes, I think this is a boy. What is your idea? Please tell me. There's a boy called Yasos. I think he would be, I think this should be boy. What do you think? Yeah. You can raise your idea.
She, Epiphany is revelation, which means something is relieved. She stood up in a sudden impulse of terror, which suggests the technique of epiphany.
Yes. Very good point. I will raise my idea. Here, the sound of the street organ can be considered as the epiphany of this story. That means Evelyn remembers her promise to her mother and understands the emptiness and the meaninglessness of her dreams and of her love. What do you think? That means Evelyn remembers her promise to her mother. Then she understands the emptiness and the meaninglessness of her dreams and of her love, because he thinks even I have love, even I have some dreams, I have to hide my all the wishes, love and dreams, all the things. What do you think? Others? What do you think? Okay, one chat is there. Some of your messages cannot see really. What is your idea about this epiphany in Evelyn? What kind of thing? Do you agree with my point of view or not? Can you explain? Please answer. Do you agree or disagree with me? No answers, only one answer I got. Okay, let's turn to what does the name of Evelyn symbolize in the story? Why she is named as Evelyn? That means why? Eve is there. What do you think? Evelyn. Please talk. What do you think about the name here? Because Evelyn, the name of this girl also a symbol, I think. Sometimes you may think, oh, no, this is not a symbol. Please tell me, what do you think? It's better to talk, give it some more. It's better, then it is very live. Some of the messages I cannot read actually. I don't know why. Some technical issue or something. Name suggested evening. Okay. Evening. Okay. Yes, it is rather reachable, but
The time of the day is evening, late evening, the darkness is just setting, and it is the time of day when life is dull, gloomy, and there isn't much activity.
Yes, perfectly correct. Because this is a girl now. Her young age is going on. She thinks actually her life is going on. It is going to be the dark. That kind of situation is there. Yes, your point is a very good point. What about the others? Before I raise my answer, what about the others? When we read a short story, I am not talking about only this short story. When we use a text, that means it would be a poetry, or it would be a short story, or a novel, or drama, or anyone. First we have to read what is the message given and what are the characters like that. Then we have to think more and more about the vocabulary, especially this kind of characters, who is the protagonist, and what that person is not only a character. He or she gives a symbol to this short story. Because when we talk about the short story, the protagonist is the depender of the short story, because there are only few characters here. Then we have to think why this person is used for this character, and what are the characteristics, and what are the symbolic, and what are the situations going around this character. Here, the Evelyn is the very good point for that, and the name Evelyn represents the evening. Also, this story set up in the evening. Yes, evening symbolizes the darkness, and Evelyn futures goes the same. Yes, very good point. Because this Evelyn won't have a clear future, because she doesn't have a person to trust and to share her real things. Even this Harry, that sailor is there, he is very opportunistic. Sometimes he may want to bring this lady and use some his activities. After that, she sometimes he would have leave this girl also. Then she is very helpless by thinking of those things. This girl would have, I think this girl disagreed to leave this person. Actually, Evelyn thinks about the others, that means only family, not about future. That is also a symbol. Okay, let's see Evelyn sitting near the window, watching the evening invade the avenue, symbolizes her reflection on her happy childhood and her also having to make a life changing decision. Actually, metaphorically, the use of the word invade, I think you may meet this word, personifies the evening, giving a sense of introducing imprisonment. That means she doesn't have any futuristic ideas. That is the cause to give this name Evelyn instead of evening. Yes, very good answers you gave me. Okay, let's turn to another aspect. Yes.
Ma'am, the word invade is associated with war, which means enter by force with hostile intent. And I think the connotative meaning suggests something threatening about the evening.
Yeah, would be, because it is also a threatening would be, because Evelyn and Evelyn, yes, because this is also a threat note nowadays. Evelyn, her is the symbol. She thinks she doesn't have any futuristic ideas. Yes, that is your point is agreeable. Then let's see what is the climax of the story. This Evelyn, what do you think about the climax? Whether it is going on normally in a short story, we can see a climax. That means it would be at the beginning or it would be at the end. What do you think about the climax? My point of view, the climax occurs when Evelyn decides to not to board the ship while Frank shouts, "Come!" Because at the end, he shouts, "No, come, come." Her refusal to obey his command could be a liberating moment for her. If she also refuses to comply with any unreasonable demands of her father. What do you think? I think that is the climax. Sometimes you may think another middle of the story. What do you think? What do you think about the climax here of this short story?
Here, the climax situation is a dramatic situation.
Very good. Yes, because she's in she's in mid of the two people. That means with the father or lover, whether I live or not. Do you think can you see any maturity of this girl? Because she did not have any personality to take any decision at the beginning to at the last moment, but last moment she takes a decision. No, I'm staying here. I can find a new life with my family, not with an unknown person. What do you think? Do you think as it is growth or some what do you think, or not? I can see a personal growth. Yeah, sorry.
Here, her decision is matured one.
Yes. Why do you think matured? We can see this Evelyn's personal growth. At the beginning, she was very sensitive and a person who could not take any decision. But at the beginning, at the end, she matured, really.
As a young girl, he or she commits all desires for her family.
Yes, she paid a price for her family, because she never think about herself. She thinks the promise, because being a girl, this Evelyn thinks about her mother. Her depict she depicts the what is called, she depicts a loving daughter of a mother. No, even mother is not alive, but she protect her promise to her dead mother. No, actually, she keep that idea in her mind, and she wants to stay here, and she took a decision at the last moment. No, I am not going to live here. I am staying here. I have to sacrifice my life to my family. Any other ideas? It's better if you have another kind of idea, and please share it also.
I think in the climax, Evelyn loses all the senses like sensitivity and became more like passive. Like that's where the epiphany occurs in her. Because first he was like questioning all the pros and cons, and he was more conscious at the very beginning. But when it comes to end, like after bell clanged upon her, she was more like passive, like a helpless animal. So he loses all the consciousness. It's kind of strange because most of the time, protagonists become more conscious in climax, and that is where epiphany occurs. But in this James Joyce's one, it's like became more passive, and that's where epiphany occurs in Evelyn, becoming unsensitive to all the senses. I think, like, I don't know if it is correct. Because in that says he was passive like a helpless animal. Otherwise, she would be more confident if she was sure and certain about what she was thinking. She won't be helpless and passive like an animal. I think she's more like unconscious about what she's thinking in the epiphany and climax.
Why do you think about she's like an animal?
It says in the short story, in the very end, he says
yes. What do you think about that?
I think he lost all the conscious, and after doing like lots of debating with herself, I think he lost the consciousness and lost the grip of her own mind and lost it. He lost her own thoughts.
Okay, very good point. Yes. Any other ideas? And I think we have only limited time. Actually, I also want to know whether you enjoyed this lesson, because normally I wanted to do with you. Actually, this is literature is the literature. That is not a passive thing. It should be an active. Literature never dies, because it is actually, we think literature is the truth. That means it never go old. It is youth. That's why I wanted to make a decision. That means this kind of discussion. Unless we had to have the reader's short story and explain. But this kind of discussion makes more active the classroom. Unless we that is only a quotation states this way, that way, like that. No, now we can have some agreement and disagreement and share our ideas. I think that should be happen for literature. even we read a poem or any other thing, even we read a novel, we have to do this. We have to be active with the our fiction or anything. Our text, we have to be active. Unless we are not living with literature. What do you think? It was my last idea, or do you agree with me? If you okay, now I think we have only a few minutes. Do you think you could have some ideas today? Different point of views, different people are there. What do you think? Only one person can answer very soon, because our time is going to be end. Do you think? What do you think?
Actually, this was a very supported seminar for us, madam, and we got many knowledge for with exchanging many ideas with you, and thank you so much, madam. This was a very supported seminars for us.
Okay, very thank you so much. I think now our time is over. Now actually we have to, all of us have to thankful to Nana Power Foundation. I think they will call all of you. Okay, Nana Power Foundation, I also thankful to you. Now this is your time. Miss දැන් කතා කරන්න පුළුවන් Mr. Nana Power.
Thank you so much, Madam Mayal Kumari Saisa. අද අපිත් එක්ක සහභාගී වුණු හැමෝටමත් බොහොම ස්තුතියි. ඕගොල්ලෝ දන්න දේවල් තව තවත් විස්තරාත්මකව සහ නොදන්න දේවල් දැනගන්නත් ඇති කියලා අපි විශ්වාස කරනවා. එහෙනම් අපි තවත් සෙමිනර් එකකින් නැවත හමු වෙමු. බොහොම ස්තුතියි.